Good afternoon and happy September 27th, I think it is. There's my hockey net. I use that as a backstop for my little baseball program. I am just getting ready to embark on a little bit of a road trip. So I've been in my studio the last couple of days getting my van ready. I will be heading to Clarksdale, Mississippi. That's my destination. I might go further than that. You never know what happens. New Orleans is not too far away. I'm just getting my van ready. Got a little bed made up. Just putting curtains in there. I'll be camping much of the trip. But I'm going to be going down to Clarksdale, Mississippi and meeting with a guy that I've been in contact with for about 3 years now, named John Ruskey. And I actually just asked him if I could bring this sign. This is a sign I used to have up on the highway out in the greater Vancouver area. The storm blew it down. I went and picked it up. I fixed it up, and I asked John if we could put it up in near where he lives in Mississippi. He's like, sure, bring it. It was said to me by a very important, this message: break and tear away your old artificial being and see what happens next. Was said to me by a very special person in my life, one in which I did a very meaningful, creative, long-term project with, and I'll never forget it when she said that to me. So I figure, why not go do something interesting and fun, and while I'm on my trip, strap her to the roof of me van and put it up. Let's see what happens. Okay, so why would a guy like me choose to go to Clarksdale, Mississippi? Well, this guy, that's just happened to be where he lives. I was watching a documentary that Stephen Fry had done for BBC years ago. And Stephen Fry, the great British actor, writer, comedian, whatever you want to call him, I always found him an interesting guy. And so there was a documentary of him traveling through each of the 48 contiguous, I think the term is, states, just not including Hawaii and Alaska. And he's in his little, his London taxi cab, and it's a 6-part or whatever part. And when he went through the Mississippi region, it just so happens that it was this guy, that John Ruskey down in Clarksdale, Mississippi, that took him on the river. So there's a little section in there. And I remember just watching it and thinking, okay, this guy just seems like a really interesting guy, really cool guy. So I decided to just Google his name and see what happened. And sure enough, he's a river guide. He's one of the premier experts on the lower Mississippi River. He's a painter, he's a musician, and he's a mentor. So he mentors younger people on many things. So I really, something made me want to get in touch with this guy. And sure enough, he responded. So I just was at my friend's today, and he has a printer, I don't. And I got him to print out the initial email that I had sent. It says, "Good morning, John. My name is Jamie Cummel. I'm a 43-year-old man living in Vancouver, British Columbia. As a fan of Stephen Fry, you came to my attention as I recently rewatched his In America series. I was really impressed with your interview and what it is you're doing, as I've done a little further research. I've been plugging away at my own concept for many years now, and I still find myself being a little held back for whatever reasons. I'm an artist that usually does functional wood sculpture and the reinvention of spaces that aim to serve as a bit of organic medicine. I do have a little website, cowlickcombs.com. Combing cowlicks, not trying to straighten them. It's not very updated as technology isn't the best of my abilities nor my interest. My wife is working on helping me do so, get things updated at this very moment actually. She has since decided not to help me do that. The reason I write you is that I'm very interested in a mentoring aspect within my work. I've been organically doing such a thing for some years now, and I'm looking for some advice from someone with experience and from someone that I feel I line up with in many ways. I was hoping that said advice would come from you, John. I know that most of us are very busy in many ways these days, but I was hoping that you'd be able to possibly entertain a 30-minute video call at some point in the near future. It would be very much appreciated. I thank you for your time. Have a great day despite the unfathomable circumstances we seem to find ourselves in these days. Sincerely, Jamie Cummel. And then I printed out his response. Good morning, Jamie! Exclamation. Thanks for writing. Love your Cowlick Combs website. Thanks so much for getting in touch. Exciting to hear from a fellow artist, and a wood sculptor at that. And also my favorite part of the world. And also to be connected through Stephen Fry. He was really interesting, intelligent, humble, and kind. And yes, let's video chat. Look forward to meeting you and talking about mentoring youth. It's perhaps the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my short life. I can do Zoom or FaceTime or whatever works for you. I am on the river tomorrow and Tuesday, but back on land most of the week. So pick a time and date and I'll be there. We're Central Time here, so 2 hours later. That's, yeah, for him. Many blessings, Jamie. As we say around here, may the river be with you. John. And then he goes, by the way, another cool connection, I have Vancouver roots. My father was born and raised in Vancouver. His family migrated across Canada from Russia following the Bolshevik Revolution, hence the origin of my surname. I still have aunties and uncles and cousins all over BC, and 2 of my siblings are settled in Victoria and Cortes Island. We have family reunions up there every couple of years or so. Not this year though, too bad. My family and I might end up that way someday, maybe. I'm married into a family with deep Mississippi roots. So that was his response to me. So I'm gonna go down, meet up with him, see what he's doing down there. I'll be heading tomorrow morning. I'll be driving into the border through Seattle, down through Washington State, cutting across the eastern part of Oregon into the southern part of Idaho, going through Boise, heading down south towards Salt Lake City, and I think I might go further south and then swing east to drive through the Rocky Mountains through Denver, Colorado, and then across the plains into Kansas City, St. Louis, and then St. Louis is on the Mississippi River, and then I head south a little bit into Memphis, and Clarksdale, Mississippi is near Memphis. I think it's about 4,000 kilometers, and I really look forward to breathing some air. I've never been in those cities or that part of America before. Meeting some people, camping, fresh air, beautiful sights, and some time for me to think and do some work on my concept, and do a little writing and some thinking, and hopefully I have the ability to get to do a little a video series here on my YouTube channel. So, hey, how are you?
Good, are you?
Yeah, pretty good. So I will check in later, and we'll see what this trip and my thoughts and feelings, where it's going to take me. So take care, and we shall chat soon.